Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. As always, this is a psychic and intuitive reading that may involve speculation. Is for entertainment only. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. The famous royal biographer Andrew Morton has come out with is coming out with a book, and it's about Meghan Markle. Okay, he came to fame when he published his biography of the late Princess Diana. Okay, now just before this, we just had Lizzie Cundy come out, this British talk show host lady, come out with her tales from the red carpet. And one of the things that he talks about is Meghan seemed to model herself after Diana. He describes Meghan as ruthless and calculating. Let's read a little bit. The day Meghan Markle let her ruthless side show by posting back her wedding ring to the husband who made her a star. She's cultivated an endearing image, but in his new book, royal author Andrew Morton portrays a very calculating princess to be. Okay. Meghan Markle was the most Googled name of the year in 2017, and understandably so. Her Hollywood star to royalty transition enthralled the world, and fans immediately became intrigued with every detail of her life, from her family to her clothing. Andrew Morton released a sensational biography on the life of Duchess Diana, and now he's done the same for the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. At 37 years old, Markle has definitely been through quite a few phases of her life. So follow along for some shocking revelations. Okay, let's just look at the basic Meghan. Let's do a mini Celtic on Meghan Markle's personality. I want to see what I see. Is she ruthless and calculating, or at the center? Okay, are we going to find that she has a heart of gold and she's just very misunderstood? Okay, because we see a lot of her actions, and a lot of people think she's quite narcissistic. She's isolating Harry. It doesn't seem to be going terribly well right now. She's putting out fake news. She just put out fake news about Priyanka Chopra just visiting. Priyanka Chopra shot back with an Instagram saying she never visited Meghan or Archie. Let's look. Basic personality. Olive tree. Scourge. Oh my. Okay. This is kind of, is Meghan ruthless and calculating? Clears that. Okay. All right. Solid foundation and conflict crossing. Her foundation is secrets. She has a lot of secrets. Okay, and so she did invite her entire family to the wedding, only her mother, and then she invited a bunch of stars, Hollywood A-list stars. Behind strength and rootedness, so she has a solid foundation. She's really built a solid foundation in her career. On her mind is disaster, earthquake. All of this may be passing away. Near future woman, honest woman. She may come out, she may come clean about everything. She may have to. People and events stuck in a disaster. She really feels like she's in a terrible spot right now. Outcome, Fox, very clever. Let's look at these secrets. What are we going to see in secrets? Because she has so many secrets. There's the surrogate. There's her marriages. There's her age. 5 hearts, player, finger of God, and Magi on the bottom. Okay, looking at secrets here. Reacting to circumstances, actress, finger of God, outside events, 12 and 11, 23, 6 clubs. So in her deeply rooted situation and her family, she's reacting to outside events. More secrets are going to come out. More secrets are going to come out. And this makes me think about Samantha's book. Where is Samantha's book? And I don't know why she hasn't published it. Just stick it on Amazon Kindle. And what is these disaster here? The 10 spades. What is this disaster? Cornerstone, Trinity. Okay. It's 2 4s. What is this disaster? Cornerstone, Trinity, 4-leaf clover, 8 and 3, 11, 3 clubs. Everything working together. It's everything all at once. And it's and they're just everybody's looking at what's really going on. They're looking too closely at her. She feels that they're looking too closely at her, and she has a lot of secrets, and this is a disaster. She needs to be able to keep the face on. Okay, she needs to be able to write the narrative. She needs to be able to be the person who tells you what she wants you to see. And the disaster is people are looking too closely at her. Okay, so one of the reasons that biographer Andrew Morton says she's ruthless and calculating is because she sent her wedding ring back to Trevor Engelson without warning, just in the post. She just mailed it back to him. So I want to look at that. How did Trevor? What was Meghan thinking? And how did Meghan feel about that? How did Trevor Engelson feel about that? They were together for 7 years before they married. Then they were married for 2 years. And for an entire year, maybe longer, of the 2 years, Meghan was in Canada doing Suits, completely separated from him. He's in LA, she's in Canada. So Meghan and Trevor. Meghan. What Meghan's thinking. Trevor. Oh boy. Okay, so Meghan mailed the ring back. What's Meghan thinking? New life, taking charge of her life, 13 and 5, 18, 5 diamonds, just moving forward with her life in her new life, made a decision. Meghan is not there's no hearts here. She's not having any emotions about it. She doesn't need him, and she just cuts him out. What is he feeling? It's just over. The bond is over, and she just cuts him out. 13 plus 6, 19, 5 clubs. She just moved on. And absolutely no hearts showing here. It's like she didn't love him at all. And this is what people complain about with Meghan. Once she's done with you, she just discards you. Okay? And that's why people say she's ruthless and calculating. Okay? And Piers Morgan, he met with her and had drinks with her for 2 hours right before the fateful meeting with Harry. She went straight from there to meet Harry. And that's where they connected. And the rest, she became a duchess after that. And she ghosted Piers. She was done with Piers. Cut. And this is the ghosting card. These 2 cards, it's over, and she just cuts you out of her life. And he feels very upset about that. Did Meghan model herself after Diana? Let's put Diana and Meghan. Okay? Let's read about that very briefly. Okay? here, one of the things that Andrew Morton is going to talk about, the famous biographer, Princess Diana was her role model. Meghan mourned the loss of Princess Diana alongside Prince Harry decades before they had ever met. As a young girl in 1997, she and her friends watched old videos of the wedding of Princess Diana and Prince Charles and grieved together while watching her funeral. She was intrigued by Diana not just for her style but for her independent humanitarian mission, seeing her as a role model, Morton wrote. Her childhood friend confirmed that Markle kept a Princess Diana biography on her bookshelf and observed she was always fascinated by the royal family. She wanted to be Princess Diana 2.0. Let's look at that. I mean, did she model herself after Diana? I'm not sure there's anything wrong with that. But she did say to Harry she didn't know who Harry was. She was rather deceptive. She didn't know who Harry was. She didn't follow the royal family, didn't know anything about them. And she was obsessed with Princess Diana as a child. This Diana. This is Meghan. Diana and Meghan. All right, so Meghan, this is the cup overflowing, very emotional card, just very emotionally connected to Diana. Blocked, 15, 4 clubs. Blocked, karmic shift, big change, and blocked. So this is like her dream was to step into the shoes of Diana. Okay, and recently we saw the Queen take away jewelry, Diana's jewelry. She says Meghan can't wear Diana's jewelry because maybe she was copying too much. So it's blocked, a big change and blocked. So this is her dream, but it's not working out. It's been blocked and a big change has occurred. Okay, and like the Queen is really limiting her now because I think Meghan was copying too much. What's going on with Diana? Mercury, this can be an angel's card. Straight razor, cutting, karmic relationship. Spiritual relationship, 15, 16, 4 spades, she's dead. Coffin, she's gone and she's dead. But yeah, this is very connected spiritually and very connected spiritually. So Meghan feels very, very connected to Diana. This is her dream, but now it's been blocked and it's not going very well. Okay, Meghan's childhood home was a party zone. Let's just look at this. We're running out of cards and time. Well, we're running out of cards. Let's look at Meghan's childhood household was a party zone. Despite how poised and polished Meghan seems in her adulthood, her childhood was somewhat different and was quite laissez-faire in nature. Morton shared, quote, "Their house was still generally party central. Doria and her mother's friends coming over, smoking weed, playing music, practicing yoga, which Doria now teaches, and barbecuing." Okay, so there was a lot of pot smoking and barbecuing, and maybe Meghan, and there's just partying and sex, and maybe Meghan just felt neglected. Did Meghan feel neglected and unloved because of the party nature, the party zone nature in her childhood home? Sun, high tower. So did Meghan feel neglected and unloved? Well, there's no hearts here. There's no love here. Isolated, high tower, isolated, separated, Jacob's ladder, on her own, and her rise is up to her. And this is 15, 4 clubs. Sun, she realized, she had a realization that she was on her own in life. And she had to do everything herself. Yeah. She just felt like she was completely on her own and had to do everything herself. Cornucopia is everything. Hightower is isolated and on her own, on her own journey. She just felt completely on her own. She had to make her own way. That makes people really strong. You know, she's strong and really just had to make her own way in life. And we love that in America. We love the self-made man and woman. So she's really very self-made. And so she's characterized as ruthless. She doesn't give back. She feels like she's making her own way. Okay, and so people who do her favors, she just cuts them. She cuts them and they're gone, and she just goes on her way because she's just completely on her own. That's disturbing if she feels that she's on her own with Harry, that she's not taking into account that Harry is there and really helping her and giving her so much. Okay, that needs to be mutual. And even with Piers Morgan, it needs to be mutual. Piers Morgan helped her out. She needs to help Piers Morgan out. And that's the complaint that people keep having with her. So she really feels that she's on her own. Let's review here, because this is, let's see what we have. Okay, she does have a solid foundation. She's worked very hard, and she's built a strong foundation. She's not a peanut farmer from Georgia who suddenly became president and was completely overwhelmed. You know, not naming any names, Jimmy Carter. So she's not like that. She has a strong foundation, but she's undergoing a lot of conflict, and the issue is she has all these secrets, okay, and she's not able to dictate the narrative anymore, and the secrets keep coming out. The finger of God keeps revealing the secrets one by one by one. Okay, there's all these books coming out. Samantha's book is going to come out. Okay, and this is a disaster. She's worried about it, and everything in her foundation being revealed, it's just beating her up, and it's a disaster, and she feels completely stuck, and she's trying to figure her way out of it. I don't know if she will or not. She's trying to, because these secrets, she's going to have to turn the narrative, and she's not able to dictate the narrative anymore. That's what this is saying. She's not able to keep her face on anymore about all the secrets that she's harboring. Okay, Meghan and Trevor and the ring. Meghan had no feelings. She was just taking control of her life, made a decision, and on Trevor's side, he was just cut and it's over. And there was no discussion. King of Spades is very upset. Coffin, it's just completely dead. And I think he's so upset he can't deal with his emotions. And this is what everybody complains about Meghan about. She seems ruthless and calculating and doesn't seem to care at all. She didn't care about Trevor at all. She's married to this man. She was with him for 9 years and just moved on. And this is all just like looking forward and doesn't care at all. Didn't think about how that would affect him at all. I mean, maybe he would commit suicide. Executioner's a great suicide card, too. Okay, Diana and Meghan. Role models. Okay, so Diana, this is Diana over here. She's showing as a spiritual inspiration and role model. Motivation for getting her way through life. Mercury, she's her spiritual inspiration, her role model. That's literally what this is showing. Okay, and Mercury is it's all communication. It's very spiritual. So she's her spiritual role model. That's who she modeled herself after. She's very happy to have achieved this. This is what she worked so hard for, but it's all changed and now it's blocked. So Meghan's going through a very bad time. Is she going to come out well? She's really blocked and stuck. Is she going to come out, smelling like a rose? And I think if she sticks it out, she'll probably be okay, because there's been terrible scandals in the royal family. Okay, all this partying. Meghan grew up in a party house where there was a lot of pot smoking, and she was just ignored. Did she feel neglected? And that's why she doesn't feel connected to people. Yes, she realized, son, that making her way in life she was completely on her own to make her way in life, in everything. And that's the attitude that she adopted. And so she realized that hard work and just taking responsibility for what she does, these are actually very admirable qualities. Okay, and that's what we want to see in people, taking responsibility for what you do and your success in life. Don't claim sexism or whatever, which is constantly being done. Just work hard and achieve. And she's achieved the highest place. How can that possibly be sexist or anything else when she's achieved the highest place? It can't. I'm sorry. It's just these people. We must not tolerate these people who say such things. Okay, Donald Trump is in England right now, and all he gets is criticism. Is that, and it's just because people don't like Donald Trump. What's that? Okay, so that's how I see it. She is ruthless and calculating, but she has very good qualities of really, she does everything herself, and she's afraid that it's all about to end. Her dream may end in disaster, and that's what she's afraid of right now. That's your royalty today. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide at Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe.